K200. It's a new one. Going to be taking this to Tarcutta, going to our Brisbane driver, Sydney Brisbane. Those are the old school gauges. All the drivers will like that. Windows in the roof. Lot won't like this, automatic. So far so good. On how it drives. Just doing some adjustments in the seats and things like that as I'm going, because I didn't have much time when I left. Old school steering wheel as well, an older version of it. It's also a 550 horsepower. It's going pretty well, pulls pretty well. Nothing's really changed in these, they've just got the new radio in them. Switch is all the same, that's about the only changes there is. This one's actually got double bunks. Guess you can fold the top one up. It could be interesting. I don't know where the vents for the cooler is. Maybe just leave it up top. Or if you fold it up, it might block the vents. I'm not sure. I'm only driving it for about 5 hours, so it really doesn't matter to me. Got the old school fans. Never liked those because you can't pull the visor down, and there's always a sun is always in a bad spot. Driver will be happy with this. He's coming out of an Atcross as well. Maybe it'd still give you a cigarette lighter. And an ashtray, believe it or not. That fits in the cup holder. beeping. Just heading north on the Hume Highway, by the way, in case you're wondering. Check the speed on this one. One does 97. This one's doing 99, 100 by those things. I did tell them to put it up a little bit. So we're doing 97, so I just told them to make sure they're doing 100. And this one seems to be 99, 100. According to the GPS anyway. That's really bright. It needs to be on the night mode. I haven't set anything up because, as I say, I'm only going to drive this for 5 hours, so the other driver's going to drive it all the time. He will get it on Thursday, I think he's back. He actually left for Brisbane tonight from Sydney. So he'll be back Thursday. Sydney driver will drive this back down again, or they might leave it up there. No, he'll probably drive it back down one more night, and then he'll go to the other driver. Hi guys, I dropped off the K200 to Tarcutta. It's on its way to Sydney. A couple of days it'll be off the way to Brisbane. I've got the last of the Atcross. This is the latest one, but it has done 600,000 Ks. As you can see, it's one of the ones with electronic dash. Quite a lot of information on there. Radio is really good, I must admit, in these. All this information is easy to use. You can just scroll through it. A lot of things come up. How much fuel you got left? I'm just about out actually. Probably got about 300 Ks or something to go, but I'll be putting some in it before then. This truck's coming down to Melbourne. This will be a local truck for a while. Just a backup if we need another interstate one. Now they're not too much different to the other one. Everything's on the screen really, and a few buttons here, but pretty much the same. Things are a bit different to use. It's push button start, things like that. Braking is just a push button. Trailer brakes you pull down. Lighting is a push button one. There's a few more buttons down there I haven't worried about. Trying to work out everything. So we're back in K220 tonight. one particular one, it's in a bit of a sad state, really. It's not well looked after, but sure it could be cleaned up and get back to a nice clean truck again. Everything seems to work on it. I do have a fault come up for an indicator, but I haven't checked. It says on the trailer, but they all seem to be working. Looking in the mirrors, I can see them all flashing, or the two that's down that side. This is all touch screen. You can go to the radio, change the temperature, things like that. Quite easy to use. Put the fan up and down if you want. Go to the phone and Bluetooth and things like that. Navigation, lights, I haven't touched that, so I don't know what it does. Maybe they're the ones that walk around and turns the lights on, I'm not sure. Other screen goes to settings, climate control, all that sort of stuff. So this screen does quite a bit. All push button, touch screen. This has actually got mirrors. Hasn't got the camera ones, which would be fine until they don't work. You might be in a bit of trouble, but I've heard they're very good and they cover all the blind spots. But unless I've seen them, I wouldn't know whether they were any good or not, or whether I'd like them. But everything's on the control. A lot of controls on the steering wheel as well. Right, back in the K200. Heading out of town, heading out of Melbourne on New Highway. And come back from the workshop. I repaired my steering wheel. It is actually straight, so they can do it. They said there was a wiring loom behind the UHF that was loose, and that's what's causing the banging when it went over major humps in the road. Haven't really hit any yet, so time will tell. As for our speed, they said they would put it up to 100 on the GPS. Wow, okay. Must have been a different truck because it's still doing 97, but anyway. I think that's going to be the way it's going to be, so I think we'll just do that. So we'll learn to deal with it, not a big issue. no more new trucks now. Because this one keeps going, I'll be in this most of the time. Might swap when there's a service come up, or first service anyway. I think they're going to do the rest in Sydney. So I'll maybe bring another one down when the first service is due. So I just thought I'd do that quick update of what they did. I think they did have a oil leak. They must have repaired. I didn't see any oil leaks under the truck, so it must be okay. For right now, this truck is really quiet, so they've done something. Maybe they did repair those that banging. It doesn't seem to be any noise on that left-hand side either. There was a little rattle there, but it seems to have gone. I do have a left-hand seat cover now. Not that I need it, but all the other two trucks had them, so I asked for one. If they're supplying it with one, they should supply with, well, two of them, they should supply with the third one. Just got to fit that. They just left it in the bunk, so I have to fit that. Have to make me bed and get the truck organised for myself. Put some cleaning products in. I did put my small tool kit I had. I did put that in. I need some tape the other day, but had a bit of an issue with the trailer. But we got it sorted. I had a loose air line between the two trailers, and what I was doing when the truck was going, it was fine, keeping up the air. If it stopped for too long when we done our changeover, it was losing too much air, so I had to actually split the trailers up and put them back together, and that sort of fixed the problem. I built up the air in the B trailer, which was one that was losing the air, and got it going. It was fine all the way back to Melbourne. Had a bit of delay coming out of Melbourne. Had a accident left-hand lane. Some cars run the back of each other. I was a little bit delayed there, but once we got past there, it's a clear run. Should be a clear run from now on.